Welcome to the Shameless Plug with Crimson Vibes and Denise's Creative Mind.
We spotlight the real, no shame in the game. Two queens with the mic calling out your name. From side hustle dreams to headline steam, we raise your voice, we build your team. We don't whisper, we amplify. Your story's power can't touch the sky. This ain't luck, it's divine design. You show up and we align. This is the Shameless Plug, we show you love. Co-sign, you shine like stars above. Dinner trend, the dream tag team. Plugged in, turned up, shameless and supreme. Let them watch you break the mold. Your biz, your brand, your story too. You're next, you're bold, the space is yours. We open paths, unlock new doors. No filters needed, just your flame. We hype your purpose, speak your name.
Plug.
Hello, 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 hello. What's up, people?
What's going on, good folks? Everybody out in FB land and wherever else you're streaming us on. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you at. Hello.
Hello. This is the Shameless Plug podcast. I am your co-host, Denise.
And I am your other co-host, Denitra. Yes.
And together we have our show. We are on number something. We're gonna get it right.
I like that. Right. We're on number something.
We're on number something. I think we might be in the double digits though. We might be in the double digits. So we
are definitely in the double digits now. So that's a good thing. We definitely are. But I don't remember how many. I'm gonna go back and count it though. I really am.
But we say that every time. We say that.
I know, right? Yeah, but you were supposed to remind me and you don't. So it's half my fault, half your fault.
Because during the week we be so busy. And first of all, I'm gonna say, y'all, I apologize for my appearance. I know I'm still cute no matter what, but
you are. That's right.
One of those we don't care days. You know, I had a dentist appointment and I came in and this and that, and you know, I was gonna do full makeup to go to the dentist, and usually I don't like doing that because they're gonna look at my mouth. No sense of putting on lipstick and all of that kind of stuff. It's gonna get messed up, and then sometimes they numb you and you look real like this, and you be just looking all stupid. So I was like, nope, I'm just gonna put the baseball cap on. And then when I came home, I was tired and I fell asleep and I dozed up, and I was like, listen, this is what you're gonna get tonight. This is what you're gonna get tonight. Okay, I'm good as long as I don't take my hat off. I'm good.
Well, listen, I was like, oh, I need to get dressed up, but I just put a blazer on over my t-shirt. I'm rocking my Biggie t-shirt tonight. So I'll just put a blazer.
I said, you know, but the blazer and the hat just wasn't gonna work. It wasn't gonna work. So
you make it your own. For you know, you could be starting a whole new fashion trend, you know, so just make it your own.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Oh, okay.
The funny thing about it is I even took my contacts out, so I have my computer glasses on, so at least I don't have to, you know, be looking up and you know, whatever. I can see, I can read, and I can go up and I can see. So be good. But what has been going on in your life this last week?
Woo! Where do I begin? So before we do anything else, let's have this discussion.
Okay.
So everyone out in wherever you are streaming us from, wherever you are. As you guys know, I am a screenwriter and producer and working on, you know, movie number 2 called Joy Cometh in the Morning. And I thought our last time we was going to be done, but we're not done. We have like one more weekend. Everybody, we're all weekend warriors. So everyone out in wherever you are streaming us from, look at me. Look at me. This is very serious. We are right there. Joy Cometh in the Morning is right about 75 to 80% done. But I need your help. We are doing a fundraiser. I don't know if everybody knows Double Good Popcorn. It is not, it is one of those brands you want to know, you want to remember, you want this popcorn. You want this popcorn. So you remember back in the day when you were in school and you used to have like the candy bars for a
Mm-hmm,
dollar? You had to sell those to, fundraise. That's kind of what we're doing to finish off this project. I'm doing a fundraiser for popcorn. I am going to link everything on Facebook and all social media platforms, but we need your help. We are trying to raise right around $2,500 to finish this film. What will that funding go towards? It will go towards the salary of the cast. It will go towards distribution. It will go towards whatever we need. Everything costs money, down from the camera that you use, the equipment, down to locations. Everything costs money. And me and my spouse, we have pretty much done it all. We want to finish filming November 8th. So next week we start the fundraiser and I need your help. So buy some popcorn, tell your friends, tell your family members, tell everybody in the store. If you are an extrovert, whoever you see and know, I'll share the link. You let them know. We can raise this money together. Why is this film important? First of all, it is a faith-based film. Second of all, it is a film about us. It's a story about us. It is a story about, when you go through trials and tribulations, how as a family do you overcome those? Some people lose their faith. There are, everybody's a little different, but it is a story of us, and that's why this story is important. It's about faith. It's about trials and tribulations, and it's about overcoming. So you want to see Joy Cometh in the Morning on all streaming platforms? Buy some popcorn, and that way when you see it, you can be like, you know what? I helped that come to light. And yes, you will be helping Joy Cometh in the Morning come to light. So buy some popcorn.
and eat the
Buy a lot of
popcorn while
popcorn.
you're watching.
Yeah. And you can eat your popcorn while you're watching. Think about that. You are sewing into this movie when you buy that popcorn. So I need your help. Please. Thank
Go,
you.
people, there you go. People don't realize when you're doing projects like that, it comes out your pocket. you know it's tight, and money is tight.
Listen.
Unless you got that funding and stuff like that, money
Yeah.
is tight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shoot, sometimes I want to do a fundraiser. When I think about all the paper that I buy, the sticky paper, the
Yep.
composition notebook, all of that stuff, it adds up.
It really does.
It adds up. And it's part of being entrepreneur. It's
Yeah.
part of being an entrepreneur. You got
And
to
if
take the
you,
good with the bad.
yeah,
Sometimes you do have to put projects off because you don't have the money.
exactly. Exactly. And it's, what, it's taken us over a year to film this project. This isn't Hollywood. This isn't where, we got a big budget. It's like, okay, what are our fundings looking like now? Can we film this weekend or can we film next month? These are the conversations that not only do I have to have with my spouse, but also have to have it with our crew. How are we feeling? Can we film this next month? These are the conversations we have to have when you don't have some big money bucks behind you saying, okay, here's a check for $1 million. Go ahead on and do what you got to do. So, you
Exactly.
know, yeah. So being independent is great, but you got to be very creative when you're independent and you're filming. You got to be very, very creative, very creative. But you know what? That's what it means about being down in the trenches when it comes down to this. If it's something that's a passion of yours and you love it, you're going to do whatever you got to do to make
Exactly.
sure it comes to light. Like with you and everything that you do, your books, the journals, everything that you're doing, this is your passion, you
Right.
know? But
Right.
you know what? Okay, that's enough about me. Tell everybody how you've been doing on TT. You've been you've been showing out. So let everybody know what's going on with you.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
You've been showing out.
No, no, no. The whole thing, everyone is saying that you gotta go live, you gotta promote, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And I'm like, okay, because my story is, when I started doing it years ago, because I've had my TikTok shop for like at least 3 years or whatever. And when I first
Mm-hmm.
started, I was going live, and I swear to God, nobody was coming in that live. Like,
Yeah.
and they was like, you just got to keep talking. You got to keep talking. And it's hard, to look and see that no one is there and you keep talking. It takes a lot to want to keep going. Okay.
Yeah,
And I just
that's
say
true.
to Christopher J. Upchurch for watching. Hey, Christopher.
And we also got Miss Margaret Ann Owens on with us. What's up, girl? She's a comedian down here in North Carolina, and she does clean
Oh,
comedy, and she
cool.
is hilarious. She is hilarious.
Oh, okay.
And my brother PJ is on. He is a comedian as well. He's been on some big stages. He don't say he's been on big stages, but he's been on some big stages. So what's going on, y'all?
We got to get them up here. We got to get them up here, tell us some jokes and stuff like
Hey,
that. Tell me
listen,
about it.
I'm all for that. You
We
hear
can
that,
have a
Margaret? You
comedy
hear
night.
that, PJ?
You know
We
what?
can have a comedy night.
Yes, we can have a comedy night.
That would be so
There we go.
awesome.
There we
Yes,
go.
I'm all for it.
So that's basically, just doing that. And with the TikTok, my audience, I will say that now, what I was saying that, no one was coming in. And I mean, I feel I'm a tough person. I'm a Leo, I'm a strong-minded person, but
Mhm.
I got a heart, you know what I'm saying? I got
Yeah.
feelings, and my feelings used to be really hurt when I'm up there for like a half an hour, 45 minutes, creating my composition notebooks that I love, and
Yeah.
nobody's coming in. And I was like, you know what, deuces, I ain't doing this no more. So they was like, no, you got to keep at it. You got to keep at it. So I was like,
Yeah.
all right, all right, all right. So I did it again, and the same thing happened. And I was like, nope. And so like for a whole year and a half or so, I did not go live. And then I said that when I went on vacation, I was going to start going live again.
Mhm.
And I did. And I'm not going to lie, the first night you and V came in, and you guys really, really helped me break the ice, and you guys were sharing it, and other
Mhm.
people were coming in. And ever since then, my lives be lit, y'all. I ain't even gonna front. My lives be lit. Sometimes we just be laughing. I be creating. We be laughing. They be helping me creating, giving me suggestions and this and that.
Yeah.
And then they was telling me they want me to do some classes. So I did some classes, and now I have my school. And so I really have evolved since August with that. And I'm really proud of that. And I wanted to get that going so that I can get back into my other passion, which is the screenwriting
Yes.
and my pitch decks, but I
Yeah.
just want to get this baby off and get it going and everything. And so one of the things, two things. So one of the things, every year I do a planner.
Yep.
And so this year, it's taken me so long to do the planner. And I'm like, oh my God, when am I going to do it about? What am I going to do about? Like, it just takes so long. So I finally got it. And this is the cover for
Oh,
2026.
so pretty.
All right. So last year, 2025 was bold and unapologetic, and this year is boldly healed. So now that we was
I love it.
unapologetic for whatever we did, now we're going to heal through the mind and the body. So now I'm in the process of creating that. And so that will be ready hopefully the first week in December. And then one more thing that I wanted to do, and like I said, I do composition notebooks, and I kept saying, I wanted to do a coloring book. So I said, oh, why don't I do a coloring book of the covers of my composition notebooks?
Oh, yes.
And here it is. If you can see it, I know it's like faded, but here it is. So this
Oh
is I
my
did a
gosh.
girl and I did a boy. So this is basically not all the covers, but
Yes.
some covers of my composition notebooks. So I have a girl
Oh.
version and I have a boy version. I'm going to be selling these. I have an event that I'm doing next month. Oh
Okay.
no, right. We're still in September. So next
Yeah.
month, October 18th, I'm going to be
Okay.
in Queens at a breast cancer awareness event. And I will be selling those along with the breast cancer composition notebooks that I
Yes.
made. And I have some calendars, but I'll show the calendars next time.
Oh, you could have
So,
showed it now.
I
I
know,
was
but I gotta go
ready.
find them. I didn't think about it
Okay.
until afterwards. I gotta go find them and stuff like that and whatever,
Totally
So that's it.
understand.
Yeah. So that's really what I've been doing, just
Yeah.
creating. That's all I do is just create.
That's
create,
awesome.
create, create. You
Well,
know,
like I said, I got to get some of the breast cancer awareness composition books from you. And you already know I'm going to get one or two of them coloring books as well because I love to color. I
well,
love it.
it's not that many pages. They only have like
I don't
about
care.
16 pages in them. And it was
I
funny
still
because I
love
was
the
talking
color.
to somebody else who said that they had theirs on Amazon, and I was like, "How many pages you got in there?" It was like 80. I was like, 80. I was like, "Oh no, I'm not doing 80. I'm not doing it."
But you know what? Once you do it, this your first one. Once you do it, before you know it, you'll have like a big coloring book. So you got to start somewhere. And
Well,
listen, it's simple enough where it's not too complex. So it's a great coloring book for people who like to color. Like I color because it kind of takes away the anxiety. I color for those reasons. So it's not complicated,
hmm yeah,
and it's bold. So,
right.
yeah.
Well, I did it for the keys. I did it for the keys.
Well, I'm gonna be a big kid because I'm getting me a coloring book and some composition books. So I'm put
It's
my
all
order
good.
in.
It's all good. I appreciate it. I
Or
appreciate it. So
of course.
we are closing out September. September has been a good month for us when it comes to guests. Okay.
It has been.
It has been a good month. We were just talking a little while ago, right before, we came live, and you were saying how people are still talking about the
Yes. I mean,
stuff.
they're like, I have people that's like, especially the mental health awareness panel that we had, and people are just like, I needed to hear that information. So I'm like, wow, you never know who's like real. I mean, you can see on
You
Facebook,
never
but
know.
you never know who's listening or how that word travels,
Right.
and so shout out to everybody that was a guest on our show, this past month. It was an awesome month.
Yes. Talking
And
about this
October is going
story.
to be even better.
Sharing their story. And even, and that's why I had shared that story. I mean, I watch a lot of stories on TikTok,
Yeah.
I love the police ones, the people, they get shoplifted, and
Yeah.
they be, some of them be funny and everything. But this one story, and I don't know if anyone saw it, it was this young girl, and and I guess because it's social media now,
Yeah.
everybody, before they do something or right after they do something drastic, they get on social media either to confess or to
Yep.
let people know what they're about to do. And it was this young lady, and I don't even remember where it was. And you could tell she was walking, and she was like, I'm suffering from mental illness and nobody will help me. And she's like, and I just can't do it anymore. And she was literally on her way to the pool to drown her kids and herself. Okay, she was saying because she wanted to kill herself, but her point was that she didn't want to leave her kids with anybody. And she's
Mm.
like, she said, I know I'm going to hell. She said, I know I'm going to hell. She said, but at least I know my kids will be with God. Who's going to take care of my kids? If nobody was going to help me while I was here, who's going to take care of my kids when I'm not here? I mean, it was so heartbreaking. And
It
she was
was
like, I
very
don't want to do it.
heartbreaking.
I really don't want to do it. But she's like, but I can't take it anymore. And thank God I saw a part two. Thank God that the family members or whatever, or
Yeah.
whoever happened to see the stream, and they met her at the pool. And when they got there, she had already thrown the kids in the pool. It was 3 kids, but they were able to save the kids. They were able to save the kids. And I'm like, you never
Amen.
know what people are going through. And that's why that mental health month, it was so important. It
Yeah, it
was so
really was. It
important.
was. It was. You never know. You got people that they smile, they put a smile on their face, they put on a face,
Yeah. And
and you
they're
just never
tearing up
know what they're
inside.
going through.
They're tearing up inside.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
just want to get that out.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna get on to the good stuff.
On to the good stuff. Let's
And
go. Let's
so
go.
let me get this bio up.
Mm-hmm.
Second, let me find it because I can't see, so I need it in big letters. So we have with us Joe Gallagher. Did I say that
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm sure I said that
Gallagher.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. AKA Chef Giuseppe. I always like that word, Giuseppe. Wasn't that the name of the guy of Pinocchio? Wasn't he Giuseppe?
I I think so.
He was, right? His name was Giuseppe. I always like that name. Okay.
I think so.
So
Yeah.
Chef Giuseppe is a living testament to God's grace and redemption. Once broken, now boldly building, okay, apostolic specialty. I'm not Italian, so I can't, can't get them Italian
I
words
said
out.
apostoli. Maybe that's
Apostolic,
it. That
okay.
might be it. That might
Okay,
be it.
apostolic specialty foods with faith as the foundation. From a gallery kitchen to a grocery shelves, every jar tells a story of second chances. Guided by prayer and purpose, he honors his past by creating products and nourish both body and soul, proving that with God, even the most unlikely recipe can become divine success stories. Wow. I love it. I love it. So we're going to add him to the stage. Hey, what happened to the sound machine? What happened to the claps?
I don't know. But here's my clap.
Hey, y'all are great. What an intro.
Thank you for being with us. Welcome, Joe.
Welcome, chef.
Blessings.
Welcome,
Blessings. Thank
welcome,
you.
welcome.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. We got it.
Whoop,
There
whoop.
we go. So did I say okay? So which words did I screw up? Which words did I screw up with my New York accent?
Apostioli. She had it right. Apostioli. Apostioli.
Apostoli.
Yeah.
Pastioli.
Yeah. And
Okay.
it's Geppetto that you're thinking of from Pinocchio.
Okay, I
Oh,
couldn't remember.
okay.
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 Oh,
All
Close
right.
though. Close though. Giuseppe. Geppetto. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Welcome to our show. How are you?
Fabulous. Thank you so much. So blessed.
Good,
and you
good, good.
know what? We got to give appreciation for you rocking the Yankee hats. Yes.
Hey, what I tell you.
Go New York,
Yes.
go New York, go, go New York,
Yes.
go
Great.
New York, go. Ow. And where are you currently?
I'm in Charleston, South Carolina.
And he's rocking the New York hat. You see,
What
New
rocking the
York
New
goes
York hat?
everywhere.
Love it.
That's right.
Love it. We're all over the place. Yes.
We
Yes.
are, we
Yes.
are. So tell us about yourself.
Oh man. So I was kidnapped in the Bahamas on my honeymoon, my first honeymoon. I was in contention for a Grammy nomination in 2019. Got hit by a truck, had two
Oh my
spinal
God.
surgeries, got hooked on painkillers, and drank myself. I tried to drink myself to death a number of times. I was suicidal. And by the grace of God, after like my fifth arrest, I dropped on my knees in the middle of a jail cell and turned my life over to Jesus Christ, and a world that I didn't know exists opened up.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
Whew.
amazing. But we got to go back to that first one. How were you kidnapped in the Bahamas?
Yes, please.
We're
Please.
gonna elaborate on all of them, but please
So
tell.
I mean, I've always been reckless, and rebellious and defiant, and so it's 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm on a cruise with my new bride. We get to Nassau, Bahamas. I get off the boat, and right as soon as we get off the boat, we're on this beach, and one of the local guys is betting $100 that he could outdrink anybody. And here I am, like, I'm taking that bet. It's an easy $100 because I could outdrink anybody. Well, I drank so much, lost the bet, and blacked out.
Mm.
So by like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, I'm supposed to be having brunch at the Hard Rock Cafe. My wife is inside ordering food. I go outside for a cigarette, and some dude was selling weed, and threw caution to the wind, went with him 45 minutes into the middle of nowhere on a bus, and ended up in like the slums of Nassau, Bahama. And they tell you on the boat not to go off the reservation.
Yeah.
Don't go wandering. Well, I didn't listen to that, and so when I got off the bus, we went into the basement of an abandoned restaurant where I was supposed to be getting this weed, and there was 7 dudes in there waiting for me, and yeah, they beat my ass, tied me up, and I was in a blackout. I couldn't
Oh
understand
my
what
God.
they were saying really, but I
Yeah.
was there for like 4 or 5 hours, maybe longer. Started coming to, and they wanted me to bring 2 kilos of cocaine back onto the cruise ship, basically to be a mule and drain my bank account. So two of the guys took me to the bank. And I had happened to notice at a moment of clarity, we were going down a one-way street and it was real narrow. So as soon as that car door open, I took off, and I found a cop actually who was looking for me. So they kept the boat in port while the search was going on. So I was a missing person for however many hours, and Yeah, it was like a 3 mile run, weaving in and out of neighborhoods. And I found this cop outside of a clothing store, and he got me back on the boat.
Well, if that is not a story,
Oh,
Mhm.
wow. I'm speechless.
I am too.
Yeah, I mean, statistically, guys like me don't survive those things. You know,
Yeah,
Exactly.
the cop was shocked when I showed up.
So, and you know what? That just goes to prove that you have a purpose.
yeah,
God was watching me, whether I like to believe it or not. I wish that was what woke me up, but it wasn't. I had about 2 more decades of pain and misery and self sabotage.
yeah, yeah.
I know you said that you dropped to your knees in the jail cell, but like, what was that really the moment? You know,
Yeah, that was the what I like to call the gift of desperation, God.
Mhm.
Where I had nowhere else to turn. Nobody would take my call. Nobody's bailing me out this time.
uh
Everybody
huh.
was sick of my stuff. And so when my scorecard read zero, there's nothing left to do but to surrender and turn to somebody's a power greater than myself that can do all things, who's all powerful. Because my best thinking was getting me into a lot of trouble. So I had to
Mm,
rely on
You had
something.
never had that thought, like, because I know sometimes people are like, all right, this is gonna be the last time. This is gonna be the last time. Okay, this is gonna
Yeah,
be the last time. This is gonna be the last
yeah.
time. Okay, this is gonna be the last time.
I did that a lot. Yeah, I said that a lot. And the thing is too, like I've always believed in God. I grew up in the church, but unfortunately, when I was like 13 years old, I got sexually abused at the church by somebody I trusted. An adult that
mm,
I,
mm,
and so I lived the rest of my life feeling like God owed me for putting me through that. So I was gonna do everything I could to toe that line. Okay, God, like challenging God, as if I can beat the game. You know,
This
so
mm.
I
sounds
felt like I was in
this
touch.
sounds like a screenplay to me.
Well, it actually is, guys. It actually is. I'm doing a TV series based on my book.
Mm,
There's major network interest. I mean, I've always said my whole life is a movie,
yeah.
and it really has been, and now it really will be.
Wow. Well,
Ooh,
congratulations on that.
Thank you.
When God has something for you, when you're destined, when you are in his sight, no matter how long it takes, God don't operate in time. No matter
Mm-mm,
how long it takes,
mm-mm.
it's going to come to pass. It's going to come to fruition. So he was watching.
I
He
just
was
had to
always
stop.
there.
I had to stop fighting, is what it was. I had to stop
Yeah,
fighting something I
yeah,
couldn't win. You know,
yeah, yeah. You had to let go.
let go and let God. As
Yeah,
cliche as it sounds, but that's it.
yeah.
Yeah.
wow.
Mm,
So my first question is, like, you describe yourself as a living testament to God's grace. If your journey was a recipe, what would be the key ingredient?
Hope.
mm,
Okay.
There's always hope. Nobody's too far gone. You
yeah,
know, as bad as I thought I was still usable. Once on the other side, my
yeah.
experience is now my greatest asset. The things that I survived, my testimony can and has inspired some people. And if I could help one person, you know, because
That's
as far
it.
as I'm concerned, I'm in the bonus round now. I've used up all my 9 lives. Anything that happens today is by grace and grace alone.
Right. Right.
Mm,
So my next
wow.
I have how has faith shaped the way you cook and the way you run your business?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So you see this jar right here?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Is that
Yep.
tomato? What's that? Red sauce. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. It's basically like a marinara, but you can't see it. But right at the bottom there is
Uh huh.
Uh-huh.
Matthew 6:33. Seek first the kingdom of God.
God, I
So
love that.
So do
now
you
I
have a
really
verse on all your labels?
yeah, yeah, I do. And
I
I
love it.
actually I actually stole that idea. I can't take credit for that. That was not my idea. My pastor who baptized me on November 11th at 11:11 in the morning, he has a seafood butter sauce, garlic butter
oh,
sauce, and he's
oh,
got Acts 2:38 on his labels.
Okay.
wow.
He's in the
Uh
same grocery store as I am. That's how I met him. I was doing a product demo for my
yeah,
sauce, and he was out there stocking the shelves with his sauce. And we just got to talk. He saw my face on all the, he already knew who I was,
yeah.
and we got to talking. Turns out he was a pastor. I had no idea, Yeah, it was
Uh-huh.
a very divine intervention kind of moment.
Wow.
Cool.
That is awesome. Well, real quick, we got my brother Cleveland is watching. He is in Guyana. Hey, Cleveland. I we have some comments. We have some wow. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing your
Mhm.
story. Then my brother, he's from Boston. He talking about boo Yankees. Whatever.
Woo! Tell them don't be hating. Don't be
Whatever.
hating.
Yeah, yeah. So we got some people watching. Margaret said, she said, thank God you survived and you have an awesome testimony. So thank you so much for
Thank you.
sharing that. You know, I have a question. So I got a couple of questions. I want to see which one. Here we
Just
go.
don't take my questions, okay?
I don't know. I don't know. You probably took my questions. Anyway, that's okay. So your farm, I want you to talk about it. I want you to talk about a Postiali farm. Tell us about that. How did that happen?
So Apostoli Farms
Yeah.
got into my heart out of necessity
Yeah.
because I couldn't keep up with the demand for my sauce products. I was doing
Mhm.
everything by hand, kind of like, what Miss Deneen was talking about, being creative and doing things, right?
Yeah.
Always doing things. Well, I'm renting a commissary kitchen, and I didn't realize going in that, 15 stores was going to be the max that I could handle doing
Yeah.
everything by hand. Like, I'm taking ladles out of these big pots, pouring it in, capping them by hand, wrapping the jars with labels, and it
Mm.
was crazy. And I'm
You
delivering
by
all
yourself?
myself.
You didn't have any help?
Some days I had my wife helping. On Sundays, I had my wife
Yeah.
helping for a few hours, but every other time it was, in the middle of the night. Sometimes I'd have people from the recovery house come and help. And but still, even with people helping, I can only do a max of like 400 jars a night. And
Wow.
once, 6 months into this thing, I had the 15 stores, and that we're strapped. I mean, and then I got an order. I got approved for a Food Line, 63 stores. So there's no way I was going to be able to do that from where I was making everything. So I was forced to scale. I started looking into like outsourcing the production.
Yeah.
Called a bunch of companies, and I wasn't really feeling all that warm and fuzzy about it. So God put on my heart to create like a nonprofit farm, a regenerative farm where I would grow the crops, harvest them from seed to shelf, have my
Yeah.
own processing facility, but then be hiring people that are just getting out of jail, people that are in recovery, veterans that, are trying to find a new purpose in their life now that they're not at war. You know what I mean? So the nonprofit will own the land and then lease out the structures and the for-profit businesses to my other company.
Nice.
but
Wow.
but it's a $25 million project, so I'm still out there hustling, seeking investors. I'm talking to investors, investment brokers, and it's going to happen. But in my mind, I thought it could happen overnight. But like you said, it's in God's time. It's I'm being conditioned and refined right now through this
Mm.
process to get me prepared for what that would look like. It's going to be a huge, huge undertaking. You're talking thousands of jobs created.
That
Oh,
is awesome.
well, you
That is
definitely got to come back
awesome.
and let us know when it's happened, okay?
Well,
Yes.
you will know because that's where the filming is taking place. So whether I own the property or not, I still have clearance to film out there.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
That is awesome.
I love it. I
Well,
love it.
I
I love it.
will. I'm a little closer being in North Carolina, so
Oh
please let
yeah,
me know when you
oh yeah,
start filming. I would love to come out and support.
definitely. We might be
That
able to
is
use your skills too. If you're a screenwriter, I mean, all that stuff is still, you know, those
yeah.
positions be available. You know what I mean? We
Oh
could use
yeah.
whatever we can get.
Listen. That's what we do. So yeah, just hit. I will whatever you need help with. Just let me know. I would gladly help. I got crew as well. We have a filming family. So if you need some help, just let me know
Beautiful.
and
Yeah, oh,
we'll
yeah.
put it together. We'll help.
That's
Yeah.
what I like.
We're gonna
That's
talk.
what I
We're gonna
like.
talk.
That's what I
Yeah.
like.
Yes.
Okay. Okay,
Yes.
my turn,
So,
my turn, my turn, my turn. If you
She
could
was
only
excited.
cook one Italian dish for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ooh.
stuffed shells.
Why?
Stuffed shells. You know the jumbo shells. You
Yeah.
stuff
Uh-huh.
them. You stuff them with something you guys probably call ricotta. I
Mm-hmm.
call it ragout. Ragout, eggs, mozzarella, parmesan, parsley, salt, pepper. You stuff them bad boys, put them in the oven with this sauce on top of it,
Mm-hmm.
and mwah.
But why the shells though?
I mean that's just what my grandmother did. I mean, Nona,
Gotcha.
every special holiday event, we wouldn't have stuffed shells all the time. It was like a rare,
Gotcha. That's what. Yes.
Easter,
Okay.
Christmas. That's it. Twice a year
Yeah.
we get to have stuffed shells. But
Okay. It has a
Wow.
meaning behind it. Yes. Okay.
I
Gotcha.
I can I can definitely understand that. That's why that's special. So yeah.
mhm.
Okay. Okay. Great. All right. Go ahead. You got another question? I want to make sure she's excited. I
Um,
want to make sure she asks her questions.
I know you got this one. That's why I'm going to ask it now because we usually wait till the end. Because I know you got this one. If you
Go
could
ahead.
host a dinner with any three people, living or that's gone on from history, who'd be sitting at the table and what would be on the menu?
Well, Jesus is going to be there, regardless. If I'm, he's there. Um, Bob Marley, Abraham Lincoln, and a third one, Matthew
Hmm.
McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
Oh, I love him.
hmm
Yeah. Yeah.
I love him.
Green
Now, why do you
Green
think?
lights.
Well, I know we know why Jesus, but
Yeah.
Green lights.
I
say that
love
again.
green lights. Yes.
My
Yes.
favorite.
That's awesome. That is awesome. All righty. Well, since you asked my question, I usually ask everybody that. She beat me to it today. She beat me to it. That's okay though. But if a Pacioli could
Mhm.
collaborate with any restaurant chain or celebrity chef, who would be your dream partner?
Any restaurant chain?
Or
Um,
celebrity chef.
man, I guess Gordon Ramsay because he's the only celebrity chef I really know.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and as far as a chain of restaurants go, this stuff don't really belong in a chain of restaurants. It would be its own restaurant.
Mm,
Yeah.
I love that. I love that answer. It doesn't belong in a restaurant. I love that answer. Awesome. 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 So you have, you're going towards getting the farm and you're filming and what's next for you? Like where's your next journey going to take you? Your next journey going to take you?
Well, we have to expand. We are expanding from a
Mhm.
local operation to regional and international. So, but I also just came out with a fragrance line. So, and I'm doing collaborations with a lot of other companies and event planners, and we're doing private labeling for other brands that put other brands in business. I've got some opportunities with some major retailers too. So there's already retail placement for the fragrances as well. And November 26th, I'm doing a book signing, sauce sampling, and product launch at J. McLaughlin in Kiowa Island, South Carolina.
You
Oh,
know what? You just you doing it. I'm so proud of you. You are.
Hey,
wow.
I ain't do, I
Listen.
I'm just doing the footwork, guys. So,
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
it's
true.
God. It's God.
That's true. You
Yeah,
are the vessel. Yes, you are the vessel.
I'm the vessel. That's it.
I
hmm
I don't
Mhm.
know, Chef. I think your next book is going to need to be titled From Pasta to Perfume. You're gonna have to
I like that.
That's cute. From pasta to perfume.
From pasta to
Hey,
perfume. You're gonna
you're
that's
hired.
your next title. That's your
You're
next
hired.
title.
Okay, okay, okay. So I got one last question. One last question.
Okay, go ahead.
If you could go back and cook one meal for your younger self, what
Ooh.
would that meal be and what message would you serve with the meal?
That's a good one.
What message would I serve with the meal? Um, I guess the meal might be some dessert, some sweet potato sundaes or some butternut squash sundaes, right? And the
Ooh,
message
Ooh,
and the message would be, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
smart advice.
right.
Smart
Whatever
advice.
you thinking, I wouldn't do it. Okay. Trust me, don't
Whatever you're
do it.
Don't
thinking,
do
Okay.
don't do it.
Especially get off the cruise ship.
Facts.
Yes. Yes.
Don't
Big
do
facts.
it.
Yeah. Don't do it.
That was good. That
Wow.
was good. Okay.
Wow.
Go inside with your new wife and sit your
Sit
ass
it
down.
down at the Hard Rock Cafe and eat your
Have my
Would have
food.
been
cafe.
fine.
Right.
Would have been fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's a you know what though? You went through the fire. You went through the
Definitely.
fire. Like glass. You went through it. You
Mm.
were molded. you
That's right.
know, and
Hmm.
look at where life has you now. Look at God. Look at God.
No
Look at
regrets.
God. You have a living you
That
are a
TikTok
living
thing. Look
testimony.
at God. Look at God.
Yes.
Praise
Yes.
God.
Oh,
Amen.
Mm,
Yes.
we need that.
Hallelujah.
We
Hmm.
need that
mm.
soundtrack. We need
Hmm.
that soundtrack.
You know, I definitely agree. I definitely agree. Well, Deneen did all the questions, so I was just too amazed to hear your story. Just
Yes.
amazed. You
So,
know.
Joe,
Appreciate it. Appreciate
please
it.
tell everyone where they can find you.
So from bars to jars is on Amazon or barnesandnoble.com, walmart.com, apostioli.com. You can find just about everything. If you Google Joe Gallagher Jr., you're going to see everything, you know, so that's probably easier to spell than apostioli. Um, so
Love it.
I
Love it.
definitely,
Love it.
I'm not a cook. I'm not a cook, but I'm definitely gonna have to try something. Um, trying to find something I can just put it on. Maybe like because my favorite dish. Well, I don't know. Well, I get it. I don't know if it's Italian. I get it from an Italian place. Okay, I
Yeah.
love eggplant parmesan.
oh yeah, so that's what kicked this whole thing off. I couldn't even get a job at Walmart. I was being of service to a group of drunk guys that are in this recovery community,
Yeah.
and I served them eggplant parmesan, spaghetti, and meatballs. And that's when somebody says, "Yo, this is the best sauce I've ever had. Why don't you try selling this?" And I'm like, I never thought of doing that. So full disclosure, I'm not a real chef. I've never went to school for this stuff. I never had any experience doing this kind of stuff, you know, other than being around Italian food my whole life. My grandmother used to cook every Sunday. My
Yeah.
mother cooked Italian all the time. You know what I mean?
You won't tell
Mm.
anybody. Don't worry about it. Your secret is safe
Yeah,
with us.
Hey,
but you know what though? That's you know, food is what they say, food is a way to the soul. So, you know,
Yes,
and good
yeah,
food. Good food brings on great conversations, and great conversations can happen around food when it comes down to God. So
and great
that's right.
he
memories.
had everything all planned out for you from the
My
Exactly.
very
fond,
beginning.
my fondest memories are sitting around a dinner table with family, you know, and
Yeah,
Exactly.
we had a big family,
Exactly.
so we had great conversations. Yeah, you know, and Giuseppe was what my grandmother used to call me, you know.
Giuseppe.
So I just
exactly.
created this character, you know. I put on a chef suit and
Yeah,
took pictures, and now I'm a chef, I guess. Yeah.
Who
girl,
knew?
that is
So
awesome. Well,
where can the people find you?
So in the stores, like the sauce is in Piggly Wiggly and Food Lion
okay,
down here in South Carolina. But again, online, Amazon and apostioli.com.
awesome.
Okay.
Well,
Now what
I'm
about
gonna place an order.
you? Where can they find you?
Yeah,
Yeah, so
Social media.
like if you Google and Facebook and Twitter and or if X, Instagram, TikTok, I'm everywhere. YouTube. I got a podcast too called Low Country Lunatics. So that's out there.
So on those handles, your handle is your name, Joe Gallagher?
Joe Gallagher Jr. Yeah, and actually,
okay,
if anybody needs help, uh, you know, if somebody's struggling with alcoholism, they got a drug or alcohol problem, my phone number is public. Apostioli Specialty Foods. That phone number on Google is my personal cell phone. I answer every call that comes through.
Oh,
that's
I love it.
awesome. That
I
is
love it.
awesome.
You give
Wow.
back more ways than one.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Gotcha.
And we
Well,
appreciate it.
we
Well,
pray
Joe,
that God continue to bless you with what you're doing, with the lives
Thank you.
that you are reaching out to at this moment, and those that are coming, those that are listening now, and they're going to go look up your information, and I'm sure you'll probably get some phone calls. So, you know,
exactly.
thank
Bless.
you for
Thank
what
you.
you're doing. That
And my
is
Thank you.
last
awesome.
question just came to me. You know, we're closing out our mental health awareness month,
Yeah.
and you know, your story definitely ties into that. What is your closing out? What is your favorite Bible verse? Like
Matthew
what
six thirty
got you
three.
through that moment?
Yeah, Matthew 6:33.
Yeah.
Seek first the kingdom of God and all His righteousness, and these things shall be given unto you. You know,
Yeah.
that has been the common and ongoing theme of my whole story. Is just seeking His will, not mine, because my will is expensive. And one thing about God, He doesn't want to be me. All right, you know, I try to play God all the time and try to micromanage outcomes and results. I'm out of the
Yeah.
results business. I'm leaving that all up into His hands. I picture myself with a big bag of stuff that I want to do, all these dreams and wishes, and I drop it at His feet. I, you
Got
Mm,
know,
you.
Mm.
Well, thank
So
you so much, Joe. It has
well,
been a pleasure. Thank you for coming
Thank you
on,
so
spending
much. This
time
is
for
fun.
us and sharing your story.
yeah. Well,
We're gonna
Joe,
put
Amen.
this.
before
God
you
bless you.
go, Margaret said that she's going to the store. She's going to the store to look tomorrow, and she said she's going to tell her son to give you a call.
Okay.
Oh, see, that's the one person. I
That's
love
it.
it.
That's it.
I love
Perfect.
it.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
I
yeah,
love it.
My
That's
pleasure.
the
My
one person.
honor. I
yeah.
get to be of service today. It's a privilege.
Yes,
I have a responsibility, you know, because of what I went through. I can't keep what I have unless I give it away. So
that's right.
more than welcome to call me. Hit me up.
Yes.
All right, Joe.
Awesome. Awesome.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
again, Joe. We
We're gonna put you
appreciate you.
backstage and just hang out, okay?
All right. All right.
All
Sounds
right.
good. Thank
All
you
right.
guys.
All right.
Mhm.
Thank you. Woo! I love it.
Woo!
I
That
love
is
it.
a testimony with a capital T.
With a capital T. With a
You know how many
capital
people go
T.
away on vacation and don't come back?
Yeah. Yeah.
Whew.
And he went on
Mm.
vacation, went through some stuff, and came
Yes.
back to tell the story. Not everybody's that blessed. But it's like you
Mm.
said, when you know, when you have a purpose and you have a reason,
Yeah.
it's nothing you can do. You know, you
Yeah.
if you have that purpose and you sit there and you try to commit suicide, you can cut your arm whatever 1,800 times. But guess what? Someone's going to save you in the nick of the time because guess what? It wasn't your turn.
It
It
wasn't
wasn't
your
your
time,
time.
and God got
It
better
wasn't
for
your
you.
time. Yep.
Mm.
Nothing you can do.
Whew.
Well, all right. So it's time to move on to our next guest.
All right. Oh,
Now, this next guest did not give us a bio per se,
did not give us a bio,
did
but
not
we
give
know
us a
him
bio,
well.
but we know him all too well.
Yes, we
Okay.
do. Yes, we do.
So our next guest is Mr. John Alexander, but those who know him, which is just about everybody, knows him as Coach
Yes.
John. Okay. Coach
Yes.
John is the founder Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
of the Screenwriting
Writers Academy.
Academy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I graduated back in 2021. I was on Facebook and actually Sharon, God bless her. I was following her or something, and she was in the Zoom. This is when he used to do Zooms. And
Yeah.
I followed and I was like, wow, screenwriting. I always wanted to turn my books into screenplays. And so, I was listening to his Zooms and I joined a couple of Zooms because he was offering them for free,
Yeah.
because he really wanted people to join. And I ended up joining his academy. And wow, I learned so much. Okay. I learned so much on what to do, what not to do, how to do it. And it was really, really amazing. And at that time, he just had the Screenwriting Academy. Now he has the Pitch Deck Academy,
Mm-hmm.
Screenwriter for Hire,
Higher. Mm-hmm.
training how to do this. I mean, he just has so many academies now.
Yeah.
He's become a public speaker. He goes out, he goes to venues and speak about writing, screenwriting, and I mean, of course, he is his own screenwriter. He has a couple of movies that are in production. Or is it post production or pre production? It's pre production, right?
Pre-production. Mm-hmm.
Pre production. And he yeah,
You
that's the
say
bottom
he all
line.
right. He all right.
Yeah, I mean, he put us together.
He
So
did. He
yeah,
did. He did.
yeah.
So
And
he's a good.
it's amazing because if you guys could see him right now, he's like in the chair, like, okay, just give me more, give me more, give me more. He knows his list is long. He knows his list is long. He knows we love him.
We appreciate him.
And one thing I love about him, and this is what I loved about him, because I'm not gonna lie, I've watched other screenwriters and going to their Zooms and this and that or whatever. And one thing he gives you his number and you can call him anytime.
Yes.
It's not about you pay for the class and then he has nothing else to do with you. Okay.
Exactly.
It's not like that. It's not like that. You can call him or text him, long as they ain't doing the time with the young and the restless. He will give, or when he going to what's that place? He go eat the food, Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Long as they ain't doing those times, he will get back to you and answer your questions, help you. and that's it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's my bio on Coach John. You got
Yeah.
anything to add to that, girl?
I do. I graduated in 24 from the Screenwriters Academy. And, like you said, I text him first. I'm like, hey, coach, I got to ask you a question. You busy? He's like, nope. So I call, and he's just, not only are we his students, but we're family. We're family, and he shares the knowledge, and things are always evolving and changing. And what I love about him is as things change, he lets us know what's going on. So, he has his ear in the industry and he shares the knowledge with us. So, we appreciate him, and, I'm sure we get on his nerves sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
but he don't really let us know. He let us know by kicking us off the Zooms. He only give us so much time and then he kicks us off the Zoom. So, but
Yes.
we appreciate you, coach. We really do appreciate you.
And I just want to give it a shout out to Angel. Angel's watching. Hey girl, hey beautiful, how are you? So
Angel.
with nothing else that needs to be said, let's bring on, I bet you he come on with his own theme music.
I'm about to say,
will
he
add to the
is.
stage. I didn't even add him. He added himself. You see what I'm saying?
We were taking too long.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my God. That is just a wonderful edification. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am so at awe with the edification. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
What's up,
But
coach?
yeah, what's going on? So
Welcome
anybody
to
in
the
this room,
Shameless Plug podcast.
if you have any questions so far about anything screenwriting, let me know. Hey, put them in the comment section. Let me know what you got. I'm gonna answer them for you. So, what's happening?
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. So,
don't you have some questions for me?
No, we're gonna let you talk. We're just gonna let you talk. We ain't gonna ask you no questions. We're gonna let you share the knowledge.
You.
Hit. Don't you got some questions for me?
No, we're gonna let you share the knowledge. You got knowledge you need to drop. We ain't got no time for questions. You got knowledge you need to drop. We're gonna let you.
Questions. Yo,
oh, you know what? I do got a question. I do got a question.
Okay.
You would know better than us. Where is Tommy Bad at? Where he at?
Oh,
have you seen him lately?
Listen, I don't know why that he told me, sent me a text stating that he couldn't watch it live on his Facebook because he got now more friends than ever. So
what?
Yeah.
What? Look at that. Yeah. We know you and him. We know that you guys know each other. So I figure I would just kind of ask where our engineer was that you would know, because he don't let us know nothing. So okay.
All right.
Well,
so coach,
hold on. Before you go to the question, I'd like to go back to what Denisha said earlier when she was talking about getting $2,500 for her film. Now, I'm being a coach now.
Okay,
now,
coach.
Don't you know how to do a pitch deck?
Coach, this is what we already have in production. We have a time crunch in which we're still finishing film. That's the only reason why I'm doing the fundraiser. Trust me.
The reason I said is because if you're looking for extra money, you'll do the pitch deck. You already have the potential cast. I mean, the attached cast.
Yep.
All thing you need to do is sign a letter to an actor or producer. Let him know, hey, I need sponsorships. Can you fund me? Can you like $1,000? And tell him by you sponsoring our film, you will be as a producer as credit.
Okay, coach.
I'm just saying.
I think no. Listen, you already know I appreciate that. So yeah, I'll do that as well.
The reason why, because someone earlier last week, I helped that person submit to a distribution company and she got a distribution deal. So I'm just saying that right there can work. Trying to get, and even just for regular folks, get them in the tangibles. Just don't say, hey, can you give me $500? No, here's $500 plus you're gonna be as a producer as well as credit. How you feel your name being on IMDb Pro as a credited producer for my film?
Just 1 second. I just want to give a shout out to Angel. Said, I am so proud of you, beautiful ladies. Thank you, Angel.
Oh, thank you, Angel. Thank
What
you
about
so
handsome
much.
man? What about handsome man?
She don't care about you.
Well, my other half is on, and he said hello. So, hey, Sal.
Hey.
Hey, so that's what I
So
wanted to swing to you.
Coach,
Yeah.
we ran down a list of all the things that you do. I mean, bottom line, you really do a lot to help people with their films to get it out there, whether it's by pitch decks. You definitely, you have the submissions, people can join your subscription, and then you will send out 10 submissions a week for
Query
them,
letters.
query letters and stuff like that, or for hires and stuff like that. It's just so much that you do. And so I really want to ask, why are you so passionate about this?
I think because I love the business. I love the business of it. And then I started to help folks out. And in 2019, when I formed the company, and seeing how people telling me I'm changing their lives, and you have basically changed my whole outlook on things, and now I'm feeling excited. That is the point that I felt more happy about, is the fact that I am able enough to do that. So that's the most important part of it, is just seeing the faces of folks happy. Because if I would have charged the other folks charged, I'd have been a millionaire by now. And plus I had a few students that came to me and said, Coach, I heard about your classes. I need help. I was a part of the screenwriting class, and the only thing they gave me was a template, and I couldn't even talk to the instructor, only through email. So I spent $1,000 and ain't got nothing. So, wow. And then you have other people that say, hey, at first they wanted to join me. Then they decided to join somebody else, thought the grass is green on the other side, because I got the message from someone else. And they said, yeah, this professor just, didn't do nothing. Like, I'm not saying I'm the greatest screenwriter in the world, and, my credentials, but I think I've sold 4 screenplays in my lifetime. We got a $30 million horror movie about to shoot under the $305 million screenplay film slate we're about to start off with. But yeah, I mean, the reason why I can say this stuff, because I'm still in the trenches. I'm still sending out emails. I'm getting emails back from people like, hey, this is great. I'm learning the business. Like I had the one for the NDA yesterday. You learn a lot when you got to keep in this business, to keep going. And as far as that submission part, I'm gonna tell you like this: if you're not doing it, why not hire me? I mean, just don't sit there and say, hey, I'm not, I need the help, but I don't want to pay for it. It's only $150 for the first 8 weeks. It's probably going to go up probably next month. But people are like, okay, I'm gonna get back with you or whatever. I mean, you need it. You calling me, asking me how to help you. But then when I tell you, it's like when people say, I'm gonna just be transparent. When people say, man, God showed me you, and I knew me and you gonna connect. It was God intervention and all that stuff. And then when I tell them it's such and such price, and then it's like you get crickets, like, God has never told you anything or whatever. It's like you pregnant and you're ready to come out. You ready to deliver. You 9 months pregnant. But then when the money comes in, oh, I'm no longer pregnant.
Okay.
You if you know it all, that's fine. You're doing it yourself, that's fine. But if you definitely need help with the writing part, now we're trying to get the screenplay sold or trying to get it produced, you want to be a ghost writer to get paid while you wait, that's what I do. So with all that being said, I mean, I try to help on that aspect. You get 10 query letters, you get CC'd in the email each and every week, You get I show results. I only show results to let people know, hey, number one, you get results. Whether it's a great email or a reply back to say, hey, I'm not interested, but you get a reply back. Or all doing it just to give the writers motivation and inspiration, because a lot of writers don't get that. So it's another way of letting you know, okay, he or she is doing this. That's a good way for me to help them out and let them know, hey, such and such got to reply back. You know, some people, these writers, some people need a little, pick me up like, hey, good job, good work, good work. You know, they may not get that at home, or they may not get that at work. But in this field, I would definitely help you with that, making sure that, hey, such and such gotta reply back. Good work.
So tell people exactly what is included in the ultimate screenwriting submission package.
Well, as I'm looking at with my eyes, you get 8 weeks of query letter submissions, 10 submissions per week.
They can read that.
Meaning that I will submit 10 emails. You will get CC'd on them each and every week. Get a response back, and if you need me to respond back, you can. Make sure y'all have them intangibles like a pitch deck. So, because that's the first they look at a picture. I had someone earlier today. I had a Zoom meeting with a producer that has a first look deal with TV1. He said, without a pitch deck, I'm even not gonna look at the script, because you got to think about it. No producer nowadays, if you're not busy, if you're busy, don't have time to look over a script right now.
Yeah.
So they want to look at the pitch deck to see, okay, I'm good, and then they may end up sending you for the one-on-one meeting, maybe with them, or maybe one of their junior executives or their assistant, to talk to you about, okay, let's see what we can do about moving forward. Let's see the script. Let's go from there. But yeah, I had that today. I said, without the deck, I don't think we're gonna move forward. Person ain't had no deck.
Okay.
Wow. Wow.
Okay. And so, just for anyone who's watching who might not know exactly what is a pitch deck, what is a pitch deck?
It's a PowerPoint presentation of your screenplay. It really didn't start kicking in until during COVID, when everybody was shut in.
Yeah.
Pitch deck's been going on for years, but really become popular until after, because I remember the days where you had to go meet them one-on-one, like you catch a flight, get a hotel,
Wow.
and then you'll sit there in front of their face for them to tell you, let me think about it. They got to fly back, all that stuff. The pitch deck saves you all that and saves that. Especially Zoom now is saving all that stuff. So I remember those days you had to get up, had to carry your script with you, a backpack full of scripts, go around, and for them to tell you, let me think about it, or I'm not interested, or let me sleep on it. I'm like, mother sucker. So
times have changed.
Times have changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who said you wasn't there when I said it, Coach? Said what? What this Miss Nunez said
about the ladies being beautiful. That's what she's saying.
Oh, okay.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
Now moving on to another academy that you have, which is the Ultimate Screenwriting for Hire training course.
Yes.
Yeah. All that now is going to be the Ultimate Screenwriting course, the pitch deck, and all that going to be now is part of one now. I'm gonna teach y'all how to get paid, because like a former ghostwriter told me, and he said, hey, I'd rather get 10,000 up front now than to wait 2 to 3 years to get 10,000 at the back end. Meaning that I'd rather get paid now than to wait on getting credit, because that IMDb credit is not gonna pay my bills. It's not gonna pay for my family, not gonna put food on my table.
Yep.
That now there's movies that, hey, you can still get credit as a screenwriter. I am as well getting credit as a screenwriter. It all depends on the producer. But if they come in and say, I want you to ghostwrite this for me, I want you to ghostwrite this here, you can get paid up front. Now you may not get credit now. It depends on, you may be like, well, this movie be so good. So at least I got paid.
What is the going rate for screenwriter for hire?
It all depends. It all depends. You can look at the Writers Guild of America pay scale, and I think the low end, I think it's like 150 some thousand. Anything less than that, you can charge if you're not part of the Writers Guild of America. Now,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't charge that much, but I say between 5 figures, 4 figures to start off. I say if you're starting off, with regular folks, an author, whatever, you can make charge $25,000 to $5,000. Then you go up to the next level, $10,000 to $20,000, and then the $50,000 range after that. It all depends on how you want to do it. It's your negotiation.
Yeah.
You want to do it the way you want to do it? Yes, you can do it the way you want to do it. But my goal is also to get you paid, because one thing's for sure, once you get paid as a screenwriter for writing something else, whether you ghostwriting or getting paid as a screenwriter to do it, 9 times out of 10, you staying in this business.
Staying in, okay.
Because I said like 9 times out of 10, because most of the time people get so caught up with trying to get their screenplay produced and just missing out on the opportunity to get paid. While you're waiting on getting your screenplay produced or getting sold. When I say, listen, I am a screenwriter for hire. I can take your screenplay, I can take your idea, all genres, and change it, also the pitch deck. So you got to learn, you got to enjoy the business of it as much as you love to create it. So if you want to get paid, hey, just let people know, hey, especially got a lot of authors that want to turn their book into a screenplay and they don't want to take the class, let them know, hey, I can turn your book into a screenplay. Or let them know, let the authors know, listen, let me do your pitch deck and have it submitted to see if your book is movie material.
Right.
So you will send out.
I guess meaning the price. The price is not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let them know, hey, let me do your pitch deck for you first before we do the screenplay. And let's go ahead and submit it out to different producers to see if your book is really a movie, ready-made movie. So we're gonna do the pitch deck first, and then once they say, okay, let's get ready for the script, we say, okay, let's start the screenplay. The screenplay should be done within a month or so. Let's go. But let them authors know, let people know, hey, your book sound like it. Let's see. Let's put it together on the pitch deck and see if it's good to go. That's
right.
it.
So let me ask you, give me 3 big, I guess I'll say one, no's or don'ts that you see on people who think that they are screenwriters. You know what I mean? Like, what are their biggest mistakes? I know one you always say is, first of all, using Word.
One of their big mistakes is format.
Right, format. Yeah.
They got the software and still don't know how to format. Like, okay, the software is right. Whether you got Celtics Final Draft, Hollywood Pro, Writers Duet, it's structured for you to write a standard Hollywood script, and you still got your character's name way on the left side, and the dialogue is lined up where the action line is. I'm like, really? And you asking me, hey, what you think about the story? I'm still on page 1 trying to figure out, oh, page 2 ain't like this. And I stopped. It's jacked up. Get the format right first. It's jacked up.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. During one of our weekly sessions, you had gave us a sample of a screenplay that was jacked up.
Jacked up.
We were like, dang. Even we were like, that ain't right.
And you talking about the story? No, you are not. This is not a book. You just can't write a screenplay like a book.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think that's where some people be getting this whole, oh, I'm successful doing a book, I'm gonna do the screenplay the same way. No, you're not, dummy. You can't do it like that. Unless you want to produce it and finance it yourself, yeah, that's fine. But remember, if an actor reads your screenplay and then he reads a professional screenplay, he gonna be out back because he don't know what that world is this, and he can be like, okay, what's this? What's this parentheses underneath the name? It's the parenthetical is where the emotions. Oh, I haven't seen that in other screenplays I'm so used to. So I supposed to act a different way. Yeah, you supposed to. Yeah, that's why you see sometimes in these independent films that there's no action in the dialogue. There's no emotions in the dialogue because some of the writers don't put parentheticals underneath there. Like if you're crying, you got to be crying. If you're laughing, you're laughing. Or if you're doing a side eye, you're doing a side eye. Most of the time, they're robotic. Hey, what are you doing? Come here. Hey, you shot my boyfriend. Why you do that? You reading out your own. You're not reading the character's name. You're reading out your real name. You're reading from, okay, why are you doing that? No emotions in it. Like you feeling like salty. Why are you doing that? Come on.
That's crazy.
The words that should be lingering at the end, like, really? Or the three dots, man, shit. Instead of saying man, shit, man, shit. Some people also, another thing that be getting out is how to speak in dialogue. Like if you from the deep south, like New Orleans, and you try to be all proper, do not put everybody. No, you sound like you from New York. You will put everybody. ER''BODY.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. We would say everybody in New York.
No. And then we put man. Hey man. No. Hey man. MANE. A lot of folks don't know how to do an intercut. Definitely don't know how to do a montage. Oh my God. Coach, what is a montage? Have you seen the movie Life? Yes, that's a montage. And then the thing that gets me, the fade in and fade out. They use fade in and fade out 50 million 11 times in the screenplay. No, you only use it one time. At the beginning and at the end. You use dissolve to if you need to replace. And nowadays, people don't use dissolve twos or cut twos in the script. No more anyway. So you putting fade in and fade out and what you call it? No, you don't use that 50 million 11 times. So that's some of the stuff that that you see in screenplays, and I'll be weak. And then they say, Coach, look at my screenplay, man. I got hot stuff, man. I can't read it, man. When I read a script, man, I read as far as the structure first. That's why a lot of folks read in the structure. That's why it takes them so long to read a screenplay. And a lot of folks don't want to read a screenplay because they know a lot of folks is not. When you reach a producer level and they look at the screenplay, they looking at it. They so used to seeing the screenplay looking a certain type of way. So you come in with your screenplay that you got for a Word doc. And the screenplay is all over the place. They're gonna tell you, hey, I had a lady, she rushed it, she knew better. She submitted a screenplay off, and they came back to me and said that, hey, they're not interested in the script no more. I said, I thought y'all loved the story. The story is great. We love the story. But the script is all jacked up. They ain't said it like that. So you can ruin your stuff with that. So, yeah.
That's so sad. That's so sad.
Yeah.
So, tell us about Columbus Film Author and Photography Festival.
Yeah, I'll be speaking, I think, Saturday now because she already got Atlanta for Friday.
Okay.
So I think I'm speaking on Saturday. I'm gonna be speaking on the business of screenwriting, and I'm gonna just knock it out the box because I'm gonna be amped up. Just talking about how to get paid as a screenwriter. There's gonna be a lot of people from the industry in this festival. So I don't know what time I'm speaking. I hope it's after breakfast, but I'm gonna be speaking there in Columbus. So if y'all in Columbus, make sure you call that number 614-363-3006 to find out about the tickets. We're like 16 days away for that.
That's what's up.
So
That is
someone
awesome.
they had to act it out with the emotions and feelings, feel like that it can be interesting for the person that's reading or viewing the movie. Yeah, but if they don't know the parentheticals, how to read it, if they don't know how to read a script, they done. You got to learn how to read a script. And I did a class one time teaching people how to learn how to read a script, like learning where the parentheticals go, learning the three dots, learning how to do the underline with a word or to capitalize, how to use a word, stuff like that. So some folks don't know how to do that. And I'm like, Dad.
You got to mention how to use how and when to use a beat.
Oh, yeah, so they only know what a beat is anyway. But when you use a beat is when I'm gonna use this as an example. So just hear me out. This is how the beat is. All right.
All right.
Did you sleep with my sister last night? I did, but I still love you. You see the anticipation for him to say something back? That's a beat. Also, a beat can be used for a telephone call. You can be like, now if the phone call is on one side, that means that the audience is anticipating for that person to she said maybe not good actors. But
that could be true.
That could be true too. Definitely true. Hiring Tamika from the street and having her do a movie because she want to do it for free. So you can be like on the phone, hello. Then there's a beat. Yeah, this her. Say what? Oh my God. Okay, I'll be there in a minute. Thank you so much. You see the pause, that's the beat. So you'll do that underneath the dialogue. So you'll say hello, then beat, hello, beat, how you doing, all that stuff, beat. So that way you're giving the person enough time to finish up on the other end, and then you'll respond back. So the audience be like, okay, what the world's going on? What's happening? And then the next scene, you'll see his head getting cut off.
Not the head getting cut off. Oh my goodness. So
all right, Coach. So before we end, tell the people where they can find you.
I was going to say the same thing.
Okay, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram. You can find me on OnlyFans, and
Okay, Coach.
You want OnlyFans flipping.
Hey, listen. You can call me 757-805-4030. I don't mind because I'm like this. If you call me, that's how I do business. Like if you want to call, like during the week and say, Coach, can you take a look at this script? Coach, can you do this? Coach, what about this here? Blah, 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 blah. I want you to call me. So that's how I say I want people to call me if they have questions about, their what they want to do, whether they want to take the class or they need a screenplay done, blah, 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 blah. That's how I do it. Now, earlier y'all told me, they said, hey, y'all were you to death? You were me to death? No. The people that were me to death are the people that's still loving the business. Those are people that I will love no matter what, take the phone call because they're still in the business. They're motivated me because they worry me half to death. I love it. When you stop worrying me half to death, then I know that you're fading out.
Well, I stopped a little bit, but I ain't fading out.
That's not screenwriting is not for the wicked heart. It's not. There's a lot of people that graduated that quit because they thought they one trick pony was gonna make it, then get no feedback, then they want to come back once the other platform didn't do so well. Coach, I want to come back after 6 months, and then they got a nerve to say, "Hey, Coach, I forgot what I need to do. Can you retrain me?" Yeah, you're gonna take the refresher course and you're gonna pay for it. You think I'm just starting off from scratch and not knowing you paying for the refresher course. If you forgot everything or you want to start over, that's you should have been still in the mindset of screenwriting, but I know life sometimes take place and blah 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 blah. But you know, that's what it is. But yeah, the screenwriting ultimate screenwriting package. If you're not submitting or you want to submit, definitely allow me to do it. I'll put you in rotation. As soon as you make your payment, you will be in rotation. I gotta start submitting stuff out tomorrow and Thursday for this week. So I can put you in rotation.
Well, all right, Coach John, thank you very much. We
appreciate you, Coach.
Time.
Yes.
Come and talk to us, enlighten people on the screenwriting side of it, the business side of it. Because I have learned through you, like I said, I like to create
Keep going.
I like to create.
Keep going. You gotta learn to talk.
And funny how all these sound effects we only have when you come on, okay? But I like to create, but you constantly drill in my head that I need to look at the business side of it. And so that have definitely
you gotta learn to look at the business side of it. Let me pause this. You got to learn the business side of it, because you may get something where, like I had the other day, someone to do an NDA, but he didn't want to sign it. Then you got somebody want to do an NDA, and you don't want to. Here's the thing. Now, if someone you submit out a query letter and they ask for the screenplay,
One second. Good night, Angel. Thank you.
Good night. Thank you for joining us.
Most of the time, they're not gonna look at the screenplay. They don't want to read. They're not gonna read a whole dog screenplay. And why they're reading the screenplay anyway? They should be out there producing another movie or something. They don't got time for that. So I'm just saying.
All right, Coach. We would definitely love to have you back. When you get a chance, can you just please tell our engineer that we need some more sound effects?
Yes.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Goodbye.
Y'all have a good one.
Bye, Coach.
Do to him like he do to us in the daggone zoo, right? But unfortunately, what he gonna do is bring us stuff right back.
How dare you put me off the screen? How dare you put me off the screen? How dare you? I'm gonna remove myself. Pause. In the words of Dame Dad, pause. I'm gonna remove myself. Pause.
Off the daggone screen.
He's the best.
Guys, it has been another wonderful, wonderful podcast. Oh my God. We want to thank our guests, Coach John Alexander and Joey Gallagher.
Gallagher.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Wasn't there a comedian, somebody named Gallagher? Wasn't it something? Yes. And then Gallagher. I know I've heard that name before. Y'all related? It's like he said no. Okay. So thank you again for tuning in. We will be back next month. Next month is going to be another special month. We're going to dedicate the month to breast cancer awareness.
Yes.
So we're going to have different shows about that. We're going to have people speaking. We're going to have some survivors on. The last Tuesday in the month is going to be a big one. We're going to have survivors on. We're going to have some doctors on, people, clinical, is it clinical technicians? No, clinical. Yes.
People in the clinical field. We're going to.
In the clinical field and things like that, speaking about it. We all know early detection is important, ladies. Yes. Early detection is important. So we definitely are looking forward to that. And hopefully sometime, maybe December, we're going to have our comedian show. So
you know what? I think that's a great idea. We'll do a comedian show in December. Yes, that'll be a great closeout for the year. Yes. So all you comedians,
reach out to us.
Reach out to us.
Like for us to highlight your hustle. This is our email. Send us an email. I ain't gonna lie, Denise is the one that really checks the emails. Okay, I do the creating part of it.
I do. That's
Part
the
of it.
emails.
And that's the email, and she will get back to you and let you know and schedule you and ask you for your bio and your headshot and all of that kind of stuff. And we will definitely love to have you on as
Now, I ain't gonna lie about that. Deneen is the one that actually does the promo videos for us. So
yes,
she takes care of that.
we all know our role. We all know our role.
Yes, we do.
And we
We
make
do.
it work. We
Yes, we
make
do.
it work to bring you another great show. Well,
Yeah.
that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you. We love you.
Love
And
you guys.
we will see you next week.
Welcome to the Shameless Plug with Crimson Vibes and Denise's Creative Mind.
We spotlight the real, no shame in the game. Two queens with the mic calling out your name. From side hustle dreams to headline steam, we raise your voice, we build your team. We don't whisper, we amplify. Your story's power can't touch the sky. This ain't luck, it's divine design. You show up and we align. This is the shameless plug, we show you love. Co-sign, you shine like stars above. Dinner trend, Deneen, the dream tag team. Plugged in, turned up, shameless and supreme. Let them watch you break the mold. Your biz, your brand, your story told. You're next, you're bold, the space is yours. We open paths, unlock new doors. No filters needed, just your flame. We hype your purpose, speak your name.
This is the Shameless Plug.